Can you imagine if you had the power to really live life the way that you want to really achieve the dreams that you thought were impossible, to have a chance to actually accelerate, a chance to innovate, a chance to create things that not only amaze your mind but amaze others? Can you imagine if right now somehow you had $10 million, in multiple accounts or in your checking account or savings account, or maybe you're one of those type that put the millions in his business accounts and uses little tactics and things to not pay taxes or to just pay lower taxes and things of that nature. But let's say you have $10 million liquid in an account to spend, you know, you can access. Tell me, what's the first thing you would buy? You know, the first thing I would buy is a base for myself. You know what I mean? Some shelter for myself, a nice one, a couple of cars, and then I'll focus everything on a limited liability corporation and take my little talents and see how far I can get with them, you know? And that's one thing, is it sucks when you have a talent or a skill or a certain attribute. It takes a lot of funding to get something off the ground. Some people are lucky. It's like they're meant for it. Like I always said, or somebody else was talking about this. I think it was animosity or somebody said something like this in the Gnostic esoteric community. But it seems like there's something that picks who wins and chooses who loses, because certain people be trying for years, 20 years, 15 years, decades longer than that, trying to make it in whatever it is they're trying to make it in, and they never get no success. They never meet the right people. Instead, they meet people that suck away the energy from them and try to take away their confidence and break their spirit. They're never around somebody that can revitalize the spirit and soul and rejuvenate that certain creative essence that we each have inside of us. You have to stay around people like that. It's like watering a plant. The more you're around good people, the more there's good outcomes that can happen for your life. When you're around bad people or people that don't like you, or when you're just in situations where it's always something going on and always involving you, there's always a negative connotation, a negative association with you in the mix. And you start to think like, there has to be some entity or being that's seeing this or that's doing this on purpose, that's lurking in the shadows, that's lurking and watching my battles or orchestrating these battles and orchestrating these little events. Because I don't really believe in coincidences. People don't just do anything just to do it. They do everything like carefully. Like some people are just so evil, they're wickedly wise. They do things calculated. There's a reason why they're doing this. There's a reason why they're doing that. There's a reason why they're attacking you. It's not just entertainment, it's deeper than that. You know, you don't waste your limited time on earth trying to attack people, trying to frustrate people, trying to get people to react in a way that can lead to the end of your life if you play with the wrong person. See, people pick and choose who they play with, but they don't really know what they're messing with when they're messing with somebody with psychological issues. Just because you listen to somebody's video doesn't mean you know them. you know, Point blank, period. You watch your favorite actor on TV, you're Denzel Washington, and you don't really know him. You haven't sat down with Denzel Washington and had dinner with him. You haven't, but you've seen him in movies and you act so incredibly convincing and well, but you don't really know that person. This whole world, man, it's created for isolation. You look at apps, look at all this technology. It's just there it seems like the more technologically advanced we got, the more humanity is being isolated. There's so many people who don't have that many friends anymore, like back in the days, don't have a social group no more, don't have anything to live for. A lot of young men are trying to find something to live for, find something to strive for, find something that makes them an individual, that makes them their own identity, that makes them something that's not an enemy to the state or an enemy to people that think a certain way, There's so much in this life that a lot of us could have accomplished if we had the necessary resources and the right people around us. I just think that often. The cars, the girls, the drinks, the drugs, all that. Yeah, that's going to be amazing when you first get it, but I think that's going to dull away eventually. And then you're going to yearn for knowledge and philosophy and secrets that are not known by the normal populace and the normal masses. And then you master that, and then you want to find something else. And it's like, there's always something. But I think with that much money, 10 million, I'll be content. You know what I mean? Like, point blank. That's enough money to last a lifetime, unless you're thinking generational wealth, unless you have children and things of that nature. But if you don't have any children, you're a single male, between the ages of like 20 years old to about like 45, something like that. You know, man, they're gonna wild out, have a good time. But it sucks because even with that money, you can help out people, and it's still not enough. It's still gonna be poor people. Still gonna be people in financial destitution. But then you see people with billions and trillions of dollars, and it's like, damn, these be the same people that implement the systems in the first place, so they don't want to help anybody. You know, when a rich man has all types of gold and all types of food and all types of that, he's a very powerful, wealthy man, but he's not helping the poor. That shows you everything what's inside that man's soul. Spiritual growth and development, like I say, man, it comes through pain, misery, isolation, being annoyed, being destroyed and trapped in the void. That creates some of the truest art. Some of the best art comes from the darkest pain, you know, point blank period. Some of the most beautiful art comes from the darkest pain. So I suggest whatever you're going through right now, create in your pain, create in your misery, create in your insanity, create in your calamity, create a video, create a rap, create a beat, create, you know, create, you know. And I want to thank that person that ordered that additional little Xbox wire for me. You know what I mean? It should be coming in the mail within a maybe like next week or something like that. So I appreciate that. You know, yeah, somebody emailed me or whatever. It was like, you know, we were talking, and I told them about my little Xbox wire, and they was like, "Hey man, woo," you know. So thanks for that person. I'll be getting a little wire coming in. So I appreciate you, man. So I still do love, man. Even my channel's gone. People show me love, you know, and I appreciate it. And I know the haters are silent. They're watching, but they're quiet. They're not leaving comments. They're not doing this. They're quiet. They're watching this, gathering information. Okay, damn, he's not saying where he lives at. Damn, he's not saying this. Damn, he's not saying that. Oh my God, damn, we're trying to get, what is he? You know, it's going crazy. You know, fucking pathetic. You know. Anyway, man, stay strong to your dreams, man, and hold on. This is a battle. And even right now, man, my head's bothering me. I got insane heartburn. And I'm still trying to thug it out, man. So that's all we can do in this situation is thug it out and keep on going. Like the soldiers of Stalingrad, man, we got to stay strong, man. We're going to have close quarters battle. We're going to have sniper battles. We're going to have tank battles. We're going to have, you know, watch out for the minefields. We're going to fight in the sewers, the rooftops, the apartment complexes, the apartment stairways. It's going to be a battle everywhere like it was in Stalingrad. Or Volgograd, what it's called now. Or like the siege of Leningrad, man. It's going to be brutal. But we got to stay strong, man. Because this world is all deceptive. This world is all a deception of perception. And this world, it hates rejection, but also creates systems and cycles and systematic systems in place that make people psychotic and isolated. And then when you lash out and act out, you're the bad guy. But you're not the bad guy. You're the one with some sense to see that this is nonsense. You know, it's always the ones with sense that can see that this world is nonsense. Remember that. You're not crazy. And don't think and if you see anything in the wild, any ghosts, ghouls, goblins, Bigfoot, zombie, whatever demon, something speaks to you in your dream, or you hear a sound in your room, or tapping on the walls, or maybe a shadow being in the corner of your eye, what you seen was real. Don't let nobody tell you that it's just a figment of your imagination. If your mind's so powerful to create images like that, then it says something about the mind. Maybe it needs to be utilized and studied even more efficiently and proficiently and effectively and concisely and precisely. Maybe it already is. Maybe it's just classified information. Because you know it's the compartmentalization of information, which keeps everything hidden. Point blank period. You know, it keeps us hidden in this damn psychotic prison. Knowledge is power. True. Knowledge is power, but power is not meant for the many. Power is meant for the few. Is power meant for you?